Welcome to the Sketching Greyhound and the Buffy Club, and we have a season finale on our hands. And how could it be different? We are drawing the big bad, the Master. So let's start. If you don't know what the Buffy Club is, everyone in the club is watching 2 Buffy episodes per week whenever they can, whenever they want to, and then we come together in the Discord and decide on who is the most important, most interesting person in those 2 episodes and gets drawn in the live stream. If you want to join, you can find the link to my Discord down in the description. You're more than welcome to do so. And if you want to watch the Buffy Club episodes from the very beginning, I will link you to the very first episode up here in the upper right corner. The first of the 2 episodes is called Out of Mind, Out of Sight, which is turning around this saying out of sight, out of mind, for a very specific reason. There is a student at the school which is not really noticed by anyone, for some reason. So she is kind of a wallflower and nobody really befriends her. Even when she tries to talk to people, she's ignored. She's not even bullied, she's really ignored. And in the Buffy universe, this causes people to disappear, apparently, so to become invisible. And while she does not really do any fun stuff with being invisible, she starts to terrorize people, which gets her noticed, but doesn't exactly make her visible again. There are some holes in the story with this one. For example, I would think she has something like parents. She probably is not sleeping just in the school or something. So somebody has to notice her. She might be kind of invisible in the high school, but she can't be invisible for the system, for her parents, for I don't know, for everything and everyone. But let's overlook that and see that it is not the first time, and probably not the last time that this happens in the end, because the FBI is getting her into the school of invisible children. They probably use them as agents in the field. So this seems to be something that is known, and this seems to be something that is used by the government, which also shows us for the very first time that the government knows that there is supernatural, and they are doing something with it. But this plot string actually does not really get any more exploration until a lot later. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this episode, especially because the plot doesn't make that much sense with her being not noticed by anybody. This is, I don't know, if there were at least some more explanation of this, I could perhaps live with it. She probably is not really noticed that much at home. She's perhaps a middle child, I don't know. But they ignore this completely in the plot. So, not the biggest fan of this. I like it a little bit more rounded. I'm not saying that all the episodes and all the good episodes and episodes I like make 100% perfect sense. They probably don't. But this is still different. It's a big hole for me, perhaps just for me personally. Let me know what you think of the episode down in the comments. If you liked the episode, tell me why. I'm not judging. And then there's finally the final episode of the season. It is not a very long season, it has 12 episodes. That's probably the reason why there is not that much build-up. It's not even mentioned at all in the next to last episode that something will be happening, or there is nothing really building up to this. The whole big confrontation is confined to this one episode. But still, it kind of works. For me, actually, I really like the Master as the big bad. I really liked him. He was a good first big bad for the series, and it made sense that it wasn't vampire, because it's called the Vampire Slayer. So it made sense, and he was pretty creepy, and you can see that by yourself in the portrait. He is very well designed. I like how he looks. He is looking very old, he's looking powerful, and he shows in this episode that he's more than just the regular vampire. And he's actually very well played by Mark Metcalf. So I like the performance also very much. It's sometimes over the top, but it really fits well to the character. Therefore, nobody will really be that surprised that we elected the Master as the MVP of those 2 episodes and to be the very last portrait to be drawn for the first season. In the next live stream we will start with the season 2, so don't forget to drop by and find out who we will be drawing, and why not discuss with us and join the Buffy Club. Link down in the description. For the portrait itself, you can see it turned out pretty creepy, and that is quite fitting, so I enjoyed it very much. I was a little bit concerned in the very beginning, but it turned out to be quite cool, and you can see I'm using another technique than I have before. So I always call it smudging when you start to smudge around with something within the lead of the pencil. It's more a blending technique. It's a bit of a derogatory term, I apologize, and I will try to call it blending in the future. And you can see that it really makes it darker. We experienced that also in the portrait before that, the Agent Carter one. If you're interested, I will link up here in the upper right corner. It was the first time I was using it for big effect to make it look darker in the dark areas. I did the same here, and it turned out pretty cool, but I found out I was using the cotton swabs, which works, but it doesn't give you full control. It gets a bit cloudy what you are blending with that, so I was not 100% happy with that. But I nevertheless, I do not really like the texture that is coming out when you are just blending the lead. It is very soft. I don't like it too much, so I layered some shading over that anyway with regular pencil. And that combination, I liked it pretty much. It was really cool result, as you can see for yourself. But that was it for the Master and Season 1, and next up, Season 2. And here he is in all his glory. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think he looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, give me that like, subscribe, perhaps ring the bell to know when I upload a new video. I hope I'll see you then. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.